In 1904, Sicily, Enzo Favara and his partner Gaetano are Carusi working for the abusive Damiano, Il Merlo, Bottoni, and Don Spardu. The pair prepares to flee the mines and hope for a better future, but their plan goes wrong when a gas leak causes the mines to collapse, killing Gaetano. Enzo assaults Il Merlo and a pursuit ensues, where he is rescued by Don Teresi, whom he unwillingly trespassed on his territory. Fearing to break the truce between Spardu and Teresi, Illinois Merlo leaves. Enzo is introduced to the Teresi crime family and soon begins to work for them, and befriends Luca, Cesare, and the Don's daughter Isabella, whom he becomes infatuated with. Enzo assists Teresi in his wine business, meeting Tino and Don Galante and his grandson Leo. When a visit from the Don's patron Baron Fontalina leads to the Baron's son and Isabella getting kidnapped, Enzo rescues her and discovers the attack was arranged by one of Fontalina's former business partners, Ludovici, whom he kills on Teresi's instructions. Admiring Enzo's bravery, Teresi has Enzo inducted into the family's crime business by swearing on an oath. Soon after, Enzo and Isabella begin a secret relationship. Don Galante enlists the Teresi family to thwart Sparado's naval transportation for their money laundering practices and make contacts in America. It goes successful, but Tino reveals to Enzo that the family has a traitor, forcing the family to stop business, where Enzo believes Spardu is concerned. Teresi and Galante confront Spardu, which goes fruitlessly. Teresi later gets blackmailed, which he believes from information told by Fontalina to be from Lorenzelli, who has started a strike for the workers. Enzo finds Lorenzelli in his final moments and is later tricked by Il Merlo. Tino deduces the money laundering plan to have been a trick and becomes suspicious of Enzo. Later, during a baptism, the family is attacked by Il Merlo. In the ensuing confrontation, Luca shoots Il Merlo dead as he held the high ground on Enzo. Isabella later confesses her desire to leave the family behind and live in Empire Bay. Teresi, meanwhile, is ambushed in a confrontation with Don Galante, Don Spardu, and Fontalina, who reveals his true intentions in retaking his vineyard for Spardu, which ends in Galante and Luca killed. In retaliation, Enzo single-handedly kills both Fontalina and Spardu. With the traitor killed, the family seizes control of Sparado's holdings and hunts down the survivors, with Enzo being bequeathed a mine he once escaped from. After he finishes off the last of Sparado's men, Isabella, now pregnant, persuades Enzo to leave. On their way to Empire Bay, Tino confronts the pair and brings Enzo to a disheartened Teresi, who believes Isabella's pregnancy to be an offense to the oath. And Enzo realizes Teresi's true personality. Teresi flees when Mount Etna erupts. Enzo confronts Cesare before sparing him in a knife fight. Escaping through both the shootout and the eruption, Enzo seemingly kills Teresi before rushing to Isabella. Having survived, Teresi engages Enzo in a knife fight, which ends with the former fatally wounded. Cesare seemingly helps Enzo, then stabs him before fleeing. Isabella unsuccessfully persuades Tino to prevent an abortion. As the eruption reaches the vineyard, Isabella escapes through Teresi's mafioso and the burning land, eventually being forced to confront Tino and kill him. Cesare arrives at the burning vineyard, and realizing what he'd done was for nothing, informs her of Enzo's death and helps her escape. She later boards a ship to Empire Bay, where she tearfully reads a letter written by Enzo.